This is a common jaw slider. It does not have the hinge in its back, so in order to mount it, you must disassemble whatever tubing you're using and slide it on the bottom. If the tubing's welded, of course, you can't use this. You have to use the hinge type unless you mount this before you do the welding. This is one of the new pieces of hardware that Sailrite has just added to its line. It's called a split side mount. And I believe this is probably what we'll want to use for this particular Dodger. I'm going to show you how it works. This is a stainless steel frame. It's all welded together, so I can't take it apart to slide anything on. I need the hinge to go over that steel pipe, and then I use this nut and bolt to hold everything together. I'm going to just pretend it's bolted in place. Now the eye end can go outside this bow pulpit, and as a consequence, the bimini can be angled all the way aft. It won't be, this pipe won't interfere. If I were to mount it right here on the center line of the pipe, it wouldn't fold back because of this hardware. But if I'm outside like this, now I can fold it aft as far as I like, or forward as far as I like. Actually, we'll end up folding it aft. Since this boat has a backstay, we'll be collapsing the bimini on the backstay when we want to store it. And that will mean bringing the bow forward, the aft bow forward, and the two forward bows aft. When it's in use, the aft bow will actually swing aft, back beyond the angle of this push pit, and this will make it possible.
One issue that must be addressed with these side mounts is the fact that if the eye end rotates around, you'll notice that the screw actually loosens. That's not good. So what we need to do is replace that screw with the longer bolt and also a nut. So we'll remove that screw and the vinyl washers, and we'll use the vinyl washers and set that one screw aside. From our local hardware store, we purchased this bolt. This is an M6 metric size, and it's about 1 inch. And we've also purchased the nut. It's important to use the vinyl washers, as you can see here in the video. Then just simply screw the nut onto the bolt. Now we'll take this assembly and screw it onto this side mount. Once it's screwed down, we'll take a wrench and we'll tighten the hex head of the bolt until we get a fairly secure fit, so that this eye end will rotate around, but not rotate around too sloppily. Then we'll take the nut, tighten it down nice and hard onto that side mount. Now you'll notice that the eye end will rotate, but the bolt will not come out. This is what we want to do. So we recommend you purchase a 6M bolt and a nut and install it as shown here in the video.
This too is a hinged jaw slide, but it doesn't have the offset. And so if we were to use this over this stainless pipe, the bow would fold right in line with the push pit, and that obviously would prevent us from getting the coverage aft that I want to get. I wouldn't be able to shield the helmsman when he's at the helm. So this is a part that could be used, especially somewhere like this, and then you could swing in an unimpeded arc nicely. If you had a pipe that ran forward and you wanted the bimini to be in that vicinity, it would work quite nicely. This is a sliding side mount. We've already talked about this, the slide that opens up, the clam system. This has to be mounted by pulling the tubing apart and slipping it over the end. Of course, here it's welded, so you can't use this part. But it accomplishes the same thing as the clamshell that we discussed earlier. It gives you a standoff away from whatever tubing you're mounting it on. So you can use this as a handrail, or in our case, as a hinge for a bimini.